Hello. Today we're going to be doing the top 10 centers of all time in the NBA. Why am I speaking like that? Here we have the list of the top 10 NBA centers of all time, and I'm going to start at number 10. Patrick Ewing. What a wonderful time in New York from Jamaica. Kingston. Standing at 7 foot, played for the New York Knicks for most of his career. I believe finished his career at Orlando. Incredible shot blocker, reliable player, and was just incredible type of player. Yes, Patrick Ewing, incredible player for the New York Knicks. Oh, unfortunately, did not win the championship, and just an excellent player. Was he an MVP type of player? Some years, but incredible player. I'm a number 9. I got David Robinson. David Robinson. When you look at the history, when you talk about James Harden, and currently Donovan Mitchell, these players, I don't know what happens to them during the playoff. They just disappear, including David Robinson. For whatever reason, his his play during the regular season is not the same as the playoff. Disappeared during the playoffs, and needed Tim Duncan to come and help me out. Of course, spent a lot of years at the U.S. Navy, and then entered into the NBA, and was just so incredible. And the thing about him is that him plus a Hakeem reminds me of a Wemby. Like Wemby is like a mix of Hakeem and David Robinson and Giannis and Kevin Durant. Those four players mixed together. Unfortunately, if he starts driving like a Giannis, then he'll be dangerous. All that's basically all he needs. That drive that Giannis had, especially during the from 2018 to 2020 when he was getting those MVPs and Defensive Player of the Years. But David Robinson won an MVP, won a championship with Tim Duncan, but for the most part, a great player during the regular season, a great shot blocker, um, one of the only players to call quadruple double. Incredible player. Number 8, Moses Malone unfortunately died due to cardiac heart issues, but was he defensively the guy that shot blocks? No, he wasn't that much of a defensive guy, and a limited offensive guy would just basically go into the post and basically back you down. But for the most part, everywhere that he seemed to go, there was an incredible increase in wins because of his rebounding. His rebounding kind of it reminds you of Zion Williamson at Duke. The way that he could just double jump out of nowhere to get those rebounds, especially offensive rebounds, which gave his team, whether it's the Rockets or the Philadelphia 76ers, which gave the team extra time to play some more games. He was just a rebound crasher. And of course, you don't score 29, 30 points out of nowhere, and you don't win multiple MVPs out of nowhere. An incredible player. May he rest in peace. Moses Malone. Number 7, George Mikan, the first player. Listen, you guys, nobody can control where they're born or which era they play. And so for George Mikan is the reason why a lot of the early NBA had to change some rules from the lane, the 3 second standing in the paint, all those different things was because of George Mikan, seven championships. And he was just the best player of the league. He was just the best player in the world at a particular time. And so I'm not going to discredit him for what he did, innovative stuff. And he won one MVP, I mean, the equivalent of one MVP at that time. Number 6, Will Chamberlain. We know the records. And phew, people don't know this, but if you're a really deep researcher, you understand that he actually has multiple quadruple doubles, not only the 100 points or the triple doubles, but this man had multiple quadruple double. But unfortunately, at that particular time in the NBA, blocks were not counted, so it's kind of Blocks are kind of at that time. It's kind of like a you have to really dig in to see, and you see like in playoff and everything. This man would get quadruple doubles, and that's the one part that nobody talks about. His quadruple double. They talk about the 100 points, the incredible athleticism, but he there's so many more stats that unfortunately were not counted as. But the reason why he's so low is because of his run, just his teammates. I mean, when you look at the game and when you look at the box scores, Will Chamberlain would run away from the free throw line doing at the end of the game, and for the most of the game, he wouldn't give the ball to anyone, or at least give them when there's a few seconds left on the shot clock. Usually for the first 4 quarters or something like that, he would be the one taking the shots, dunking, even if it's sometimes inefficient. He would just be doing everything, and he would give his rest of the team the the remaining minutes when the score is tied. Um, Won a couple of championships. Unfortunately, was in the Will Chamberlain, I mean the Bill Russell era, but he he was okay. Above him, I have Hakeem. Hakeem obviously strived when Michael Jordan left, but once again, a player with quadruple double abilities. What can he do? You could see a glimpse of what the NBA could look like when he was playing, and just it would be interesting to have seen what he would have done if Michael Jordan was still at the if Michael Jordan was still playing. It would be interesting to see the Rockets versus Chicago, but Hakeem Olajuwon basically is one of the only players I believe that has won everything, and just those two runs to the final just showed who was dominating the throne. While Michael Jordan was out, incredible footwork, incredible IQ. It doesn't matter if you were more athletic than him. It doesn't matter if you were faster than him. It doesn't matter if you were big or you were small. He could guard you. The amount of steals and blocks that he could get, the rebounding, just out of here. Now number four, Shaquille O'Neal, and he will get the edge because that Lakers Shaquille O'Neal was just too dominant. There was nothing that nobody could do with him, and of course Hakeem did beat him in the final, but I got him over the edge. He deserved more. He really deserved more MVPs. I feel like one of those Nash MVPs was definitely for him. But the most dominant player that the NBA has ever seen, a man of that size able to move like that and able to have that sort of athleticism on that amount of weight. Is it possible that we might see something in the future? I feel like we kind of saw it a little bit a a Joel Embiid, and who knows the future. In the future, we might have a Shaq type of build with the Joel Embiid type skill, 81% from the free throw line, something like that, 30, let's say 36 from the three, but with the dominance of a Shaquille O'Neal. That's possible. But Shaq on my number four, unfortunately, did not take good care of his health, and he would have been more than likely the best player if he had taken care of his health and if he had high work ethic. Number three, Tim Duncan. People say that he's a power forward. He's a center to me. Just um, dominance, and helped the Spurs win a lot of games. An amazing shot blocker. Bill Russell. Bill Russell could do everything, and the reason why I have him so high is because he was the ultimate winner. He could do everything, the passing, and he's the reason why the Boston Celtics won so many things because he was unselfish, and which is why he won. He could distribute the ball and just that's why he's the ultimate winner. He was able to do everything, guard anyone, 1 through 5, and yeah. And then Kareem, I can't say enough. The 6 MVPs, the multiple Finals MVPs, and the NBA championship, the second all-time goal scorer. But let me know what you guys think.